You know, we had already introduced audiences to the world of Wakanda cinematically, and we wanted to get deeper into Wakanda, get deeper into the characters, but at the same time, give audiences that same feeling of being introduced to something new, to a new place.
In this new film, I think we get more Wakanda. I mean, we definitely see all of the science tech advances that every other country, you know, in the world wants to get their hands on, but we also see the people.
I really became more detailed and focused on their traditions, their culture. What are some of the things that they're challenged with?
Wakanda Forever represents this nation of Afrofuturism that really centers the continent of Africa in the tech space.
Afrofuturism is taking an idea or the thing that happened and reimagining the sci-fi fiction behind what would have happened.
You see these young Black tech geniuses that really are like the smartest people on the planet in this film, and that's something we've never seen before in any movie, period.
You know, the STEM, everyone talks about how women are not bright when it comes to that.
Right.
And at the forefront, Shuri is there. Can you tell folks what's new? Technology.
Technology-wise, what's new?
Yeah, the new inventions.
Oh, you see new vehicles. You'll see new applied sciences. You'll see a lot of robotic engineering, rocket engineering, nanotechnology. I mean, you'll see it all.
Bullet wounds don't just magically heal overnight.
They do here, but not by magic, by technology.
Shuri, in the comics, she has a lot of really mystical powers. And then there's Shuri in the film. He's a genius engineer who creates all of these different technologies for her brother, but she has her own aspirations too.
Shuri's way of dealing with what she's going through is to bury herself into new technology. She's always thinking of ways to protect not only her nation, but those who have to go to fight on behalf of her nation.
There's futurism, but there's also a respect of honoring the past. So there's a moment when she has to just take Shuri, let go all of the technology, and we have to just sit and deal with the experience of life.
Shuri, in the first film, was a mentee of our older brother. In this film, she gets to play mentor to another young scientist. In that relationship, seeing those two characters kind of bounce ideas off of each other was really a blast to direct, and I'm looking forward to people seeing it.
Wakanda planted a seed of what is possible. We can't go back in time. However, we can pull from it some of the strength.
Things don't get done until you can imagine them first. That is the role of storytellers. That is the role of science fiction.
It's about envisioning a future with us in it.
We are thinking about how we can move the African diaspora into the future with technology, with science, with culture, with art, and Afrofuture combines all of that.
We wanted it to be as tangible and real and evolved as possible, but still be familiar, right? We don't want it to be 100 years in the future and nobody understands what's going on.
Black Panther helped to elevate Afrofuturism and have us talking about it in louder ways than probably we were before.
After this movie, Wakanda Forever, there'll be 2 discussions coming up. You're gonna have the continuing discussion Afrofuturism, but then you will see the work of other authors that have talked about Chicano futurism.
There is Latino futurism, and we're being influenced by that.
Seeing 2 different groups of brown people on screen in Wakanda Forever is colossal.
Across the globe, we are seeing the next generation of storytellers and visual artists using technology to tell their stories in a way we've never seen before.
It feels great to know that people have looked at Wakanda and taken inspiration to create and innovate and discover.
Using technology, using software, using all these new media allows more artists to develop and opens the door to various forms of art that, especially from Africa and from the diaspora, are not represented enough.
As an artist, I'm always trying to look into different ways of telling stories. You know, the VR technology is kind of like a step forward into the future.
This big screen inspiration now leading the way for the next generation of creators.
Was definitely like a stepping stone for me. Like maybe one day I could be someone who's creating things as big as that.
It reminds me of how as people, these are the only thing we're blessed with, the hands. We need to use them to create possible futures, to create our own realities, to create everything that we imagine.
I always want to inspire through my work, for it to touch people's hearts. It means that we did something right.
Did you ever imagine that you would create this world that resonates with so many people?
It's beyond my wildest imagination. I feel like I was blessed to be able to be in the right place at the right time, to have the ability to have the job of adapting Wakanda to the screen.
Never dreamt that I would ever be a part of something like this. And I knew the first time I turned on the Skype and looked at Ryan's face and we talked, this is gonna change everything.
When we return, Wakandan fashion on display. Costumes inspired by Africa and around the world. Every piece has its own history, its own meaning.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.